Baby boomers, often just called boomers, are generally considered people born Baby boomers, often just called boomers, are generally considered people born between 1946 and 1964, and millennials are generally considered people born between 1981 and 1996. About 72.7% of Gen Xers own their home, which is the generation between boomers and millennials. And I got this statistic from Yahoo Finance. Baby boomers own the largest share of the US housing wealth and a huge number of homes overall. Many bought homes decades ago before prices exploded. A lot are now mortgage free. In Generation X, close the door. In Generation X, they have very high homeownership rate. They peak earning years helped. Generation X has a very high homeownership rate. Their peak earning years helped many upgrade into larger homes. And for millennials, they're the largest group of first-time homebuyers now, but many were delayed by student loans, high prices, and interest rates. And Generation Z, they're still young, and so ownership rates are much lower so far compared to the other generations. One of the biggest current housing debates is that many boomers still own large family homes after their kids moved out, while millennials are trying to buy those same types of homes to raise families in, especially in competitive markets. So, as a realtor in today's market, it's not a one size fits all. This is my opinion, and feel free to agree or disagree. But the fix is more housing options, not forcing older people to sell. The fix isn't boomers need to sell their houses. The fix is that America needs more housing options, more starter homes, more townhomes, more senior friendly downsizing options, more affordable new construction. Because if downsizing costs almost as much as staying put, why would anyone move? That's why inventory is stuck. That's why first time homebuyers are struggling. And that's why the housing market feels broken. People keep asking, how do we lower interest rates, gas prices, and housing costs? The answer is basically lower inflation. The answer is basically lower inflation, build more homes, increase supply, reduce shortages, improve energy production. America feels expensive because demand exploded faster than supply in almost every category. Not enough homes, not enough inventory, not enough infrastructure. That's why everything feels unaffordable right now. A lot of people I've talked to say nobody can afford to buy a house anymore. But the reality is, many people can't afford not to think about it either. Rent keeps increasing, home prices keep rising long term, and waiting for the perfect market has kept some people on the sidelines for years. The answer isn't pressuring people into homes they can't afford, it's helping people understand their real options. First time buyer programs, smaller starter homes, it's understanding their real options. First time buyer programs, smaller starter homes, townhomes and condos, house hacking, rate buy downs, down payment assistant. Not everyone should buy right now, but a lot of people assume they can't without ever exploring what's possible, especially here in the 757. So if you live in the 757 and own your own home, do you plan on selling anytime soon? And why or why not? And if you don't own a home yet, what's stopping you from buying?